If I want for a certain suspect to be deemed as the culprit, would it be possible that there is no evidence that there may be that clears his name will be sufficient to convince me? Because I noticed that when atheists are stumped by great logical arguments, they either cowardly resort to, "Yeah, but where's the evidence?" or to the most stupid one, "I'm not convinced." So, what, you're not convinced? Does that make it so the argument is now invalid and should be discarded because you refuse to accept it? Yahweh can show up right now, and you still not be convinced he's truly the only God in existence. After that, I'm not convinced you have any more reasons to doubt him. You think we can't take things at face value, have trust or faith, because of the appeal to ignorance fallacy. However, wisdom comes from knowledge, experiential knowledge. Therefore, until he gives me a reason to doubt his word, I'm going to keep trusting in him. And until you can find a better explanation for existence, consciousness, and the supernatural, that is not just some wishful make-believe mental deficiency reason. People have epilepsy, but they also can be demonically possessed. Until you can properly dismantle our well-put-out logical arguments for Christianity, wisdom states that choosing to remain ignorant of other possibilities that are most likely egomaniacal, delusional, and defined to the powers that be is the rational thing to do. What he said in the Bible and did on the cross is what he said in the Bible and did on the cross. Nevertheless, you're not convinced, and I'm not convinced of your conviction. You wrongly mistake permission with apathy or non-existence. This is something that hugely upsets me, and once I say it, you'll probably use it every chance you get. Nevertheless, I truly hate being called a monster because I'm a Christian. Our mindset in dealing with the atrocities of this world and our behavioral sin has an eternal and servant perspective. If someone gets raped, yes, getting rid of that conception is still murder. If someone says that that woman being raped was good, it was strictly because of the outcome, not the deed itself. Monstrous is having a transient and selfish perspective and deeming everything permissible for the sake of individualism. Therefore, because God permits some things, it does not mean he doesn't care or does not exist. And following his commands, even when it might seem ludicrous to us, from an eternal and servant perspective, it actually makes sense. I'm truly not convinced of your conviction because if God did not exist and evolution was real, the strong eat the weak, right? The most adaptable being or ideology should prevail. Christianity, or any other religion, is more prominent than atheism or cowardice in disguise, agnosticism. If religion, even if it's based on a presumed fantasy, that idea being so strong, should be adopted by you. And you have, you just revolt against the parts you dislike. Why are you fighting against your programming, huh? Why aren't you caving to social pressure as you should? Why do you deem yourselves to be the only ones who have an accurate assessment of reality? Stop hiding yourselves behind. There's no evidence. It's God. He communicates with us, not the other way around. You only have two options. Either other religions are right about their gods, or they are demons as Yahweh told us. But saying there's no evidence for God because there's no physical evidence, because the Creator is not made of the same material He created things, is for absolute morons. Personal testimony is more than enough. I want to see you go to an island and ignore what the locals have to say. Come on, go on. Figure out for yourself if the mushrooms are truly poisonous or not. If people are saying something, it's because there's something there. Yes, we used to believe the world was flat and we were the center of the universe. How many times has science been wrong? Why don't you discard it as you would religion? The Bible has things we've misinterpreted, apparent contradictions that are being proven to not be contradictions at all, but complementary events and statements, and undesigned coincidences. Oh, and what about how many archaeological discoveries are being made because of what's in the Bible, and that proves what's in the Bible? Your inability to be convinced is all about personal preference, a disagreement in ideology. It's funny when this person stopped drinking alcohol. He said that it made no sense to take care of his body and then on the weekends poison himself. That was his big epiphany? Like, for real? The ideology of alcohol being unhealthy has always been there. He heard it randomly on TV. Someone told him plenty of times, and he ignored it. Once he was ready to be more mindful of what he put in his body, he decided to finally accept a truth that had always been there. He wasn't convinced with a fact. He accepted it.